It is a great honor for CFED to be part of this event, and it's almost impossible to imagine that it was just 15 years ago that the field we now call asset building and financial empowerment was born, with the launch of the American Dream demonstration by CFED and the Center for Social Development at Washington University, where the whole idea for individual development accounts or match savings was invented by Michael Sheraton. The American Dream demonstration was designed to test whether individual development accounts could work. And it quadrupled what was then the entire field, increasing the number of IDA programs. And we have the founder of one of the first IDA programs here, with Connie Evans, who had one of the first ones in the late 90s. We increased the number from 3 to 12. And we were testing a fundamental proposition. The proposition was that low-income people could save. And frankly, it was a view that at the time, nobody believed. The American Dream demonstration not only proved that low-income people, given the same structures and incentives that middle and upper-class people have routinely, can save, but will do so at significant sacrifice because they viewed it as the price of hope and the ability to get their rightful share of what we call the American dream. Within 10 years, the IDA field had blossomed into the field we called asset building, including everything from tax prep to access to basic financial services to auto enrollment in retirement accounts. Forever changing the way we think about and act to reduce poverty and increase economic security. And now we're in a different stage of the movement. We are here today to recognize and share the pioneering work of the newest players in the field, the members of the Cities for Financial Empowerment Coalition, who have created a singular platform for innovation in policy and practice that is documented in CFED's newest report, Building Economic Security in America's Cities, New Municipal Strategies for Asset Building and Financial Empowerment, the most catchy title we have today. And as I recognize them, let me also thank our other special partners and friends, Mariam Mukia and Ben Heck from Living Cities, and Jasmine Thomas from the Cerner Foundation, who provided both the financial and intellectual support that made this report possible. The challenge and problems we are trying to achieve are daunting. The report documents that 40% of the residents of CFE cities live in asset poverty. For those of you who are not familiar with that measure, it is a measure that CFED developed over 10 years ago as part of our Assets and Opportunities Scorecard that measures if a household could exist at the poverty level for 3 months if their main source of income was disrupted. It is a different measure than the income poverty and is a complement to that measure. The report also documents that 16% of the residents of the CFE cities live in extreme asset poverty, which means they have zero or negative net worth and have absolutely no safety net, personal safety net on which to depend. It also documents that 60% of the residents have subprime credit scores. And as we know, the key to accessing all financial products and services in America today is your credit score. But at the same time, the report also describes the many effective solutions that have been invented and or refined in these cities, from their incredible role in creating bank-on programs to designing the first systems to certify financial education providers, to their ability to integrate a full range of financial inclusion strategies into anti-poverty programs, which collectively offer the promise of sustainable routes out of poverty and into financial security for millions of Americans. And I am very pleased to announce today that because of our collaboration with CFE, that CFED, working in partnership with Treasurer Cisneros' office and with the National League of Cities and with the New America Foundation, have received funding from the Department of the Treasury to develop the infrastructure for Bank on USA to scale up financial inclusion and access nationwide. So thank you. In closing, and especially in light of the recent events in Tucson, what inspires me most about what we will hear about and learn today from our distinguished mayors and our panelists is the power and potential of public service to not only make government work, but to leverage the resources and commitments of all the sectors to make real advancements in achieving economic justice and economic opportunity. Thank you all for joining us today.